So I'm back on YouTube. I stopped for the past 12 months with the vlog because it ended up taking too much of my time away from building product, talking to customers, driving revenue. But I want to bring back the vlog now because we hit a milestone, which is we just crossed 120K ARR across our 3 apps, GoPolar, Sunseek, and Posture AI. So we hit this milestone and it got me thinking, what's next? We can build the company as a product studio, which was the initial idea, test a bunch of different concepts, see which breaks out, all in health and wellness, because that's where I care most deeply about and want to spend all my time. Which we could do, run a profitable business and build a great product. We've kind of done that, still at a smaller scale, but we can now scale that. We found some repeatable drivers of growth. We just got better at building products. So that's one angle. The other angle, focusing on healthspan at large, not necessarily individual apps, which we've done. All of our apps are still health focused, provide value for a niche audience. But now what's the bigger angle that isn't a bunch of apps, that's maybe one app that can prioritize health and increase health span. And health span, for those of you who don't know, one's quality of health within the period that they are alive. So lifespan is increasing years. Health span is increasing quality of the years. The way I think about it, lifespan is pretty much unpredictable. You could get hit by a bus tomorrow and your life's over. Health span is intentional. You can adjust your inputs daily, weekly, monthly, and that will help you live better. That's what we want to build. It's not clear what the product is yet or will be, but we have some ideas and we want to experiment. So the next couple days, I'm doing a foundation sprint with Dre, my co-founder, and we're just going to be locked in a boardroom, talk about what we want to build, what to include in the V1, and everything around getting aligned. So we have a name for the product. I don't know if I should say it now or maybe later, and I love the name. Anyways, the next 2 days, doing our foundation sprint. And I learned about the foundation sprint on Lennys Podcast. I'll drop a link below. These 2 guys designed a system for talking through an idea before you go out and build it. And this is a little preview, and we'll go through this in person today. Basics plus differentiation for today, and then tomorrow we'll talk about our approach, and then we'll get to our founding hypothesis. And then we'll start to build the V1 because we'll be super aligned. Shout out to Hamile for letting us work out of East Room for the next 2 days. Let's go. The way this works, spend a couple minutes heads down writing answers, then we'll come back together and discuss what we kind of agree on, and then move forward from there into the next section.
Let's do it.
Day 1 is complete, 6 p.m. now. We got super clear on that. Dre, how you feeling?
Make software you want to lick on hardware you want to bite.
Say it one more time.
Software you want to lick on hardware you want to bite.
It's 8:40, gonna go for a run. Wait a second, wouldn't a late night workout, dark outside, before bed, mess up my sleep and therefore my health? Let's find out.
If you're doing something super intense before bed, that can actually get your body kind of hyped up and make it harder to fall asleep. But if you keep it to something like zone 2 cardio, kind of a moderate conversational pace, that can actually be a great way to wind down. It helps you relax, and as your body cools down afterward, it can actually help you ease into sleep more easily. So that moderate level of exercise is a pretty solid bedtime routine if you want to give it a try.
Brutal morning. Woke up to an email from Apple saying GoPolar was removed from the App Store. What? So long story short, what happened 2 weeks ago, their email said we need to remove cold plunge tracking from our app, which basically is the entire app. So if we remove that, the app is useless. Spent the next 2 weeks basically convincing Apple and the App Store review team that the cold plunge is actually no different than doing a outdoor swim. The Apple Watch is also a dive computer, so you can take it diving in the ocean, which again is similar to the cold plunge experience. The App Store review team didn't understand that. I sent an email to Tim Apple. Hopefully he responds and we can get back in the App Store. We have a plan. There's no reason the app should be banned. Now we just have to be patient and wait. Back, day 2 of Tempo Sprint. Dre's almost here. The goals for today: we want to figure out the best approach for the app. We're going to build the V1 plan and then figure out roadmap. All right, 7:30, just wrapping up the day. The foundation sprint is done as of today, but the rest of the week, Dre and I will go off on our own. Dre will mainly do basically architecture stuff, and then I'll spend some time mapping out what the UI will look and feel like when we do our 2-week sprint of actually building the product. That should hopefully go better than seeing it for the first time. Yo.
How's the sprint?
Thursday, August 14th, we are back in action. We got approved. So GoPolar is back on the App Store. Down for exactly like about 24 hours. And then now users are already starting to flow in. Game plan for today, since the 2-day sprint is done, me focused on designing the experience. This just arrived outside, and it is a very exciting product. It's a side quest that me and Hamal have been working on just on the weekend. The first version of Volume 1 in production. Look at that. These are Volume 1 notebooks. So there's a couple magical things about the Volume 1 notebook that Mile and I made. And well, one, it's a very premium, beautiful leather notebook. Okay, so here it is. This little piece is a magnet, and the magnet takes out what... So sometimes you get journals that look fine, but they have this little piece here, which this is ridiculous. Like, this looks horrible, and it's an extra step when you're taking it off. That takes a second. Then when you're closing it up, another second to put that. So that's like 2 seconds every time you open the notebook. That's a horrible experience. And then some notebooks also don't open flat. We created Volume 1 to address those two things, but also be like a very premium journal. When you open it up, there's a little tension, and you get a beautiful sound when you close it. Kind of like the MacBook. When you close a MacBook, you get that beautiful magnetic latch. That's what we're going for here. So you get that beautiful latch, it'll lay flat on a table, and it looks great, and it's the best notebook ever made. So pre-order yours now at getvolume.1 maybe. I'll link it on the screen. All right, so this is how I like to do my onboardings and just like app screens. I use this system here called the Thinkable. My friend Sanj made it. This is just a rough draft. The sign-in screen, accept all Apple Health. And the reason we have that as one of the first steps is because when you allow Apple Health, you get access to name, age, set, a whole bunch of data that you don't need to ask the user because you already collect. So, and then you can autofill all the questions and give the user a better experience. I don't want it too long. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 screens. Probably want it around 10 to 15 screens. We want it personalized, so that's why we ask a lot of questions. The more personalized we can get, the more the LLM will know about the user and provide better insights. These are some screens, some of the vibe that I think I like for the app. Still iterating on it. Playing around with this no icon logo here, which I kind of dig. Orange gradient there. There is the app, but I won't show it. Some pieces are starting to come together. Anyways, that was a long tangent. It's the end of the week. Gonna wrap up some tempo stuff and get some planning down for what we want to do for this week. Thanks for watching the video. Oh, and of course, stay tuned for next week. You're not gonna want to miss that video. We announce our new hire at the wellness company. Very excited. Probably the most unique role in wellness health company history. All right. Thank you, Ian, for printing that out last minute for me. So what we got here is the contract for